Alright, NFL draft time. Looks like it's going to be Cam Newton, Dareus, and then Miller to the Bills. We'll find out.
Yep, good job, Carolina. Totally screwing up your team. Von Miller's going to Denver? Oh boy, Buffalo. What are you going to do now? Marcell Dareus. Marcell Dareus. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Alright, Dareus. Alright, Bills fans. Hey, it's JCamman99. Here we go, talking about the first round draft pick. You just saw me applauding. That's basically all you can do. Marcell Dareus was the best pick we could have possibly gotten. I mean, I was thinking it was going to go to Miller, as you saw. I thought it was going to be Cam Newton, Dareus going to the Broncos, and then Miller falling to the Bills. But the Broncos, in a surprising move, at least I thought it was surprising, took Von Miller. And then, lo and behold, Dareus falls to us. Now, last year, as we all know, I wasn't so happy with the C.J. Spiller pick. Why did we pick Spiller? This year, on the other hand, I might not seem too ecstatic, but I really am. Really, the Bills couldn't do any better. You take any other pick in the draft, and it's all worse than Marcell Dareus. So, like, there's really not much you can do. The only downside is I do personally believe that nearly every single player in this draft had bust potential, with the exception of Patrick Peterson and A.J. Green. However, we didn't need a DB and we don't need a wide receiver. So if we had picked either one of those, even though I don't think they're going to bust, there's no need for them. And then I would have been just as mad as I was last year. Probably not as mad, but close to it. So we picked the need. We did the perfect thing we could have done. The question is, will Marcell Dareus be a good defensive tackle for the Buffalo Bills? I want to say yes. I mean, he's projected so high that he could have easily been the #1 overall pick. If they hadn't gone with Cam Newton, they probably would have gone with Dareus, maybe Von Miller. So, and by they I mean the Panthers. So, yeah, I truly believe this is going to work out. Him and Dareus and Kyle Williams up the middle. The thing is, I don't really see Dareus as being a nose tackle. Now, granted, I don't really see Kyle Williams as being a nose tackle either, but I don't think we're really using the real talent of Dareus if we put him in the nose tackle position. So, what I'm hoping the Bills are going to do now is kind of go back to the idea of having a 4-3. I don't know if they're going to do that because I'm pretty sure they're committed to 3-4, but I think that'd be a good idea. Because you have Kyle Williams and Dareus in the tackles positions. You have Dwan Edwards and Chris Kelsey on the end. Now listen, Chris Kelsey got that extension. They're going to use him somehow. So we don't want him in the outside linebacker. Let's just put him at the D end in the 4-3. Okay? You got Pozlowski. You're going to have Sean Merriman, and then this is what I want to do tomorrow. Martez Wilson is the best inside linebacker in the draft. I say we go with him because honestly, on Andre Davis, Reggie Torbor, not really inspiring for me. Arthur Moats, legend killer, he's there, but you know, he's kind of more like a Keith Ellison, someone you would want to bring in. You know, like I'd rather see us try to get Wilson in there and see what we can do. So yeah, that's what I'm kind of hoping happens with the front seven, because man, we got to get the running game going. So I'm overall happy with the pick. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to talk about a little bit of the other picks and what I was surprised at. First of all, Cam Newton going to the Panthers. Really, I mean, they're taking a huge risk, especially with Clausen from last year, still not allowing him to have enough time to develop. They said, oh yeah, he sucks, he's out. You know what? It's 1 year. You don't have enough time. Now, I guess their thought maybe be, well, hell, how can we screw up 2 quarterbacks? One of them has to be good, right? Maybe that's what they're thinking. Who knows? I mean, maybe Jimmy Clausen will pull a Drew Brees and become good once pressure shows up, kind of like what happened with Phillip Rivers. I mean, the Von Miller pick for Denver's fine. I'm not going to do every pick. But, so Dareus, as you already know, I think is great for the Bills. Arizona not picking Gabbert. Now, maybe they just didn't believe in Gabbert, but I'm telling you, they really needed a a quarterback. Like, I think the one thing the Arizona Cardinals are missing is just quarterback. But they decided to pick Patrick Peterson, the best player in the draft. But it's not a need position, so it's kind of a toss-up there. The Falcons trading up, I don't know what the heck they were thinking. They could have easily drafted that Baldwin receiver that was going to be there. I mean, I don't really know what their plan was. Aldon Smith for the 49ers, really? I had him going 18th overall. And most people didn't have him going up that high. That's just ridiculous that he was picked that high. And then Jake Locker to the Titans. Really, over Blaine Gabbert. Jake Locker, the guy who was pretty bad last year. Granted, he had a decent junior year, but come on. I think he showed his true colors last year. And he's going number 8 to the Titans. Oh, man. Tennessee, what are you doing to yourself? I'm glad we play you next year. We're going to pretty much win. But I'm telling you right now, that just was not a good idea. And then Washington had Gabbert right there. Had your quarterback. You traded to Jacksonville, basically. And you pick up a mediocre defensive end in Kerrigan. So we'll see what happens there. And Minnesota. Christian Ponder. 12th overall, are you kidding me? 12th. There was a lot of really weird things that happened in this draft. And then I feel bad for the Baltimore Ravens fans out there because, you just forgot to make your pick. Really? I don't think they lost anything. I think they wanted Jimmy Smith. I really doubt they were really mad with the Kansas City pick. So, no harm done, really. And I'm sure there's a few draft things I'm kind of forgetting, but overall, I mean, all these other teams had all these questionable things that normally the Bills do. And yet the Bills, surprisingly, had a great first round. And there's really nothing I can complain about. They got the best player available for their need. Probably one of the best players in the draft itself. There's really nothing to complain about. The only thing that time will tell is, will the Broncos picking Miller, would that have meant anything? Because let's face it, if the Broncos had picked Dareus, we would have more than likely picked Miller. So that's really the only thing left to be seen. And as for tomorrow, like I said, Wilson, Andy Dalton as a possible backup quarterback for Ryan Fitzpatrick, because most of the quarterbacks are gone. If you pick Dalton, great. If you don't, that's fine. I mean, the Patriots might trade with someone, and Dalton might be picked 33 overall. Who knows? Wilson, we have a really good shot at, and there's also other linebackers too. I really do think we need another linebacker before we press on for offensive tackle, because I don't really see a really strong offensive tackle at that position, but I don't really see one in the third round either. So I'd be happy with a linebacker or an offensive tackle, because let's face it, Bills fans, we still need a right tackle. Rado he did okay, but come on, we really need just a little bit more strength in that line. And if we're starting Levitri, who is a second-round player, then we can start a second-round player from this draft. So, okay. So let me summarize. I'm really happy with the Marcell Dareus pick. I hope you guys are. If you're not, I'm guessing it's because we didn't pick Blaine Gabbert 3rd overall. And to you fans, I'm going to just say, I don't think Blaine Gabbert is the sure enough quarterback at that position. If it was Andrew Luck, yeah, I would have picked Andrew Luck. But it wasn't Andrew Luck. It was Blaine Gabbert, someone I didn't hear about until 3 months ago. So I don't think you can put your entire franchise faith in the guy like that. Okay? That's just the way I feel. Dareus, everyone heard of all year long, and he was an outstanding talent. And now he's going to be on the Bills, and he's going to really help with the run defense and the pass defense too. Okay. If you want to leave any comments, please do. If not, that's cool. And we'll hopefully see some good things in the rest of the draft. I think I don't really see much making me mad except for maybe an off the wall pick tomorrow at the beginning, like running back. But no, I think overall the Bills are going to have a good draft. All right, that's all I got. Take care.